What's your ultimate long-term goal?
My ultimate long-term goal is to never, ever, ever make a decision based upon money. Ever. If I want to hop on a jet and go somewhere, that I can go somewhere. If I want to buy a car, I can buy that car. If I want to live there, I can live there. And another reason it's not all complete selfish, once money issues are out of the equation, I believe that you can then become your highest self by impacting other people, because money is now, it's not an issue. It's not slowing you down. You're not having to focus on yourself and providing for you anymore because you're taken care of. You can then at that point have the trickle down effect of anybody that's around you or that you surround yourself with be impacted in a positive way.
When I think about what my ultimate life goals are, it always comes down to being an example to my family. Like, not just my kids, but my kids' kids and their kids. Like, I want to be the pillar of the family where they're like, man, I got this young grandkid wanting to start a business, go talk to grandpa because he's done it all, right? So I know I have to put in a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice, and I have to be successful at the things that I do in order to be that future self that I want to be, that brings wisdom to the family, that everybody looks up to it and admires and respects their advice and their counsel. And so that's the man I want to be for my family. I want to be that example.
Do you guys believe in the concept of luck? Let's see if we can get a discussion started.
Yeah, I do. But I think you create your opportunities of luck. Dude, when you go fishing, who catches the biggest fish is kind of luck, right? Like, who's putting their pole and their line in the water at the right time when that biggest fish is coming by? But the guy that's out there spending the most hours and casting the most lures or putting the most fishing lines out there
is more opportunity.
Is creating the more opportunity to get the luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think a lot of luck is controlled. Just like Kale said, you have more opportunities. If you have 10 fishing bowls in the water, you have more opportunities to catch the big fish than the guy with one, right? So it's just, it's a numbers game. There is some luck that does exist in the world, like winning the lottery. That's some lucky shit, but at the end of the day, you still got to buy the lottery ticket.
You still got to spend the time, go down there. How many lottery tickets did you buy?
Exactly.
How many times did you try?
Yeah, how many years were you buying lottery tickets? 20 years? Or whatever it is. So I think luck is somewhat controlled.
Yeah.
Trevor, do you talk in your sleep?
Do I talk in my sleep? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I doubt
it's
it.
because
I doubt it.
It's kind of nonstop when you're awake. I figure you'd need a break. No?
That's where I take my break, dude, is when I sleep.
Let's call your wife and ask.
I
know I talk in my sleep.
I don't talk in my sleep.
Yeah.
I guarantee I don't talk in my sleep.
I do too. I get told all the time, like, dude, you were sleepwalking, you were sleep talking. I do weird stuff in my sleep.
Snore?
I don't know.
Sometimes.
I don't hear snore a whole lot.
Used to snore more.
When I was drinking, I would snore a lot.
When you get drunk. Yeah.
Favorite color?
Blue and black probably are pretty equal to me.
I like green.
Type.
Is that because of money?
How much do you bench?
Probably all of it. All the way.
Tell me one way in which your approach to business is unique.
You know what, dude? I think that we started like any other business owner where it was all about just like making money and creating wealth. Mm-hmm. And it's evolved into, we've gotten to points in our businesses to where it's like, it's not just about, getting money. It's about giving value. And you know what? Like, you hear about that a lot online, but you don't see it authentically. Yeah. We authentically want to give so much value in everything that we do, whether it's accounting or one of our other businesses or, real business owners. Yeah. Like honestly, like, we're unique because we've already been through the stages of just take, and now we want to give.
Between the two of you, who's the brains of the operation?
It's kind of interesting because
It is.
Trevor and I think a lot alike in certain areas, and then we think totally different in other areas. Like, there are times where Trevor delivers an answer to a question or an explanation of something that I'm just like, damn, dude, that was brilliant, right? I wouldn't have come up with it in that way. So I think that it's really pretty even, to be honest with you. Like, there's different things that I think we have strengths in.
I think it's true. There's been plenty of times where, like, because he's been in the business game longer than me, so there's plenty of times where I think something, is good or this, and I can start going down a path because I want to start moving very, very quick, right, and implement things. And then Kale could come in and say, well, what about this or what about this, right? Well, there's certain things that he may think of that I don't think of because I'm just, excited about the idea or the thought. And then he can bring some practicality to the situation and say, well, what about this or what about that? And then I kind of think about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're probably right, in some of those scenarios, right? So I bring a lot of energy into the office on a day-to-day basis, enthusiasm and all that stuff, and I move, very quickly. And then he's a little more methodical and more thought out, and he's better at some of that stuff than I am, so he can talk me off of a ledge in terms of an idea that I have that I didn't think about some of the negatives, that Kale can say, well, there's this, and it's just like, oh shit, well, I should have thought of that. Again, it's just having somebody else that thinks like you, that you could talk an idea through, and I might see something that he don't see, he sees something that I don't see, and in some cases we literally think the exact same, and it's just like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
If you guys could have dinner with anybody, alive or dead, you have a choice? Or maybe even you could just spin it, who's somebody you look up to?
Dude, like, I really admire what Ed Milet's done.
I don't know one person that dislikes him that's actually listened to his stuff.
He's a guy that I really look up to because I think his core values are a lot like ours. He authentically wants people to succeed. He's not a hater at all. Super privileged that we get to go be a part of his entrepreneur program coming up this year.
Crazy.
He's like us, man. He's a sales guy that's reached the top of his game, made hundreds of millions of dollars selling for one company, and now he's doing things to help other people succeed. And I just think that's cool. That's who I'd want to have dinner with. I think we are going to have dinner with him, so.
Boom.
Yeah, so it has to be a different individual. Dude,
You're asking if you can have dinner with yourself?
Yeah, I'd like to have dinner with myself in like 20 years. Like, could you imagine if you sat down with yourself? Like, so I'm turning 35 next month. I'd like to sit down with my 55-year-old self because it's amazing to me how much I've evolved and changed just from the time I was 25 to 35. Right? And so I'd like to see where I'm at in like 10 years or 20 years. I think I'm on the right path because I continue to evolve, but I'd like to see really where I'm at and have dinner with my future self so that I can say, hey, man, you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. You're going to end up being me. It's a stupid answer, but it is what it is.
Good.
So
I like that.
Well, I look at kids that are like 18, 19 years old, and I'm like, God, they're so dumb, and they don't even know it, right?
So dumb.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to be saying that about myself right now in 15 years.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, you think you have it all figured out when you're like 18, 19, mom and dad don't know crap, you know what I mean, kind of a thing. And then I'm like, man, I'm probably going to be sitting in my 50s being like, I was so dumb in my 30s.
Yeah, why did I invest in that? I should have saw that train coming.
Oh, we've already had a few
we've
hard
had a couple
learning
of those.
lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's just how life is, man.